successful. So one day a VC put all these companies in front of me, and then I ended up investing in a company called Maker Studios, and that company ended up getting bought by Disney for close to $1 billion. So now I made a bunch of money, right? And I was like, wait a second, while I'm going doing that, I'm gonna start doing this.
More than just riding dirty, please pardon the reputation. Military man. People need to start putting respect on his name, yo. Your boy Chamillionaire done blowed up and never looked back since. What I'm talking about is how Chamillionaire came into the music game and had a good run for himself. Most people would say he disappeared and that he is a one-hit wonder, which is far from the truth. Chamillionaire been killing the underground rap scene for a long time with his then partner Paul Wall, and even after that, his mixtape Messiah series had a long run. After making his album debut with The Sound of Revenge, it helped to put him more in the mainstream public spotlight instead of just the underground circuit. The album would peak at the number 10 spot on Billboard's 200 charts and go on to sell platinum status. But it was a standout track on an album that would take Chamillionaire to the moon. When Ridin' Dirty was released, it took everyone by storm. It was a slow cooker as it debuted at the number 88 position for the Hot 100 singles, but would eventually make its way to the number 1 position. The song was everywhere and probably was the song for the late 06 going into 07. From breaking ringtone records to winning a Grammy to being recreated and parodied by Weird Al Yankovic, the song just kept getting bigger and bigger. Chamillionaire would follow up with his second album, Ultimate Victory, which would still be a success album and go on to sell gold, but to many critics, the album was a flop because it didn't have any big singles like how Ridin' Dirty did. While in pursuit to focus on his third album, Venom, he started attending tech conferences, and while attending these conferences, he was meeting a lot of different investors and was even making speeches at some of them. Whenever he spoke at the events, he would share his success of using digital platforms to help boost his career, and how he was one of the pioneers in using it heavy. And while attending one of the events, he caught the attention of Mark Suster, who is a big venture capitalist. He is managing partners at Upfront Ventures, the largest venture capital firm in Los Angeles. Mark was very intrigued by Cam and the knowledge he was sharing, so he brought him on board to be an EIR, Entrepreneur in Residence, where he gets to help what startups get funded. But prior to getting on board with Mark, he wanted to ease his way into the tech game and started off by being an advisor for a company. Later, that company would get bought out by Google, and Chamillionaire was rewarded for his role, which opened his eyes to do more and bigger investments.
For so long that I started advising for a company, and this company was a company that eventually got bought by Google. And when this company got bought by Google, I was just a person that was helping them get influencers and celebrities. They might say, hey, we trying to get in touch with Chris Brown. I would be like, all right, I'll help you get in touch with Chris Brown. That was my relationship with them. I didn't have any ownership in this company. So fast forward, I was so valuable helping this company, they decided to give me a little ownership in the company, which they called advisory shares. Now, that ownership that I had in the company, when they got bought by Google, I made money. And then when I made money, I was like, wait a second. That's how it works? You just give me a piece of the company and it gets bought by somebody bigger and now I make money? So I was like, wait a second, why did they tell us rappers to go make it rain at the strip club? Like, why are we doing that? That's a waste of money. Let's do this. So I stopped doing all that crazy stuff they told me to do. And I was like, I'm going to go get involved with companies like this. That's when I was really focused on, okay, I want to get more ownership in companies. But it was tough.
While working with Mark, he made his first investment in Maker Studios. It said he only invested $1.5 million, but the company would go on and get bought out by Disney for close to $1 billion. It said that Chamillionaire profited $20 million off the deal. God damn, picture me rolling. Chamillionaire would make sure to spread his portfolio as he invested and made profits from other companies. He had invested in Cruise Automation, which is a self-driving car company. The company was then bought out by General Motors for over $1 billion. And it didn't stop there, it kept going. Chamillionaire was an early investor in Lyft before the company got big and even went public. He was also an early investor in Ring, which ended up being sold to Amazon for over $1 billion. Sheesh, all these billion dollar deals, man. Besides just focusing on investing in other companies, he made sure to create his own. He made his own startup app called Convos, which focuses on creating conversations through short video formats. This man's portfolio is stacking up every day as we speak, and there's so much more other investments that we just don't know about. Last year, he did a commercial for CarMax, which featured his Riding Dirty song. For a song that came out in 2005, this man is still making plenty money off it. So what's next? I guess we will find out together, as he's very quiet and secretive about his moves. But one thing I'm happy about is that he has been popping out more and doing more shows just to remind the fans. And also, he still has a love for music at heart, as his verse on Toby Nigwe's song was fire. That woke the internet up. Maybe we can get an EP soon or something, but congrats, sir. You did it big and still going. This video was a pleasure of mine to make, as I'm a very big fan. More videos like this to come and more. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to your boy Top, and see you next time. Let's go.